So Dokkan has released their second hint for the 9th anniversary theme. So let's have a quick watch of this. So I am muting the audio just because it is copywritten. So what we're seeing here is the resurrection of F Frieza, the Golden Frieza, the LR animations. And then we have the Int Super Saiyan Blue ROF boys. Pretty much depicting the Resurrection of F movie. And then it comes to the end screen right there. This on its own doesn't really mean much. But paired up with the first hint right here, you start seeing connections to what the 9th anniversary may be about. So here we have the first hint, which is the Battle of Gods movie. I'm assuming it's the movie because they're showing animations from the physical God Coup, which is a movie heroes unit, as well as that Vegeta and the Beerus here as well in the movie bosses. Also, the ROF boys and the Golden Frieza are movie bosses, movie heroes, respectively. So there's a few ways people have been depicting the theme. One of it is obviously movies, which makes sense since the first two hints are movies. But there are still similarities between the first two hints, which is they are both from the Dragon Ball Super series. Technically, the movies are from the Z title, but the actual episodes of those specific arcs are from Dragon Ball Super. So people still have that hunch that it can continue through Dragon Ball Super, which is a definitely valid guess. Then we have the movies, which I've already talked about. And then the final one, which I think is very interesting, is the forms. So in this first one, we saw Super Saiyan God Goku. Then in the ROF, we saw Super Saiyan Blue. Could continue on, and that could be the theme. And I think you'd call that theme like Transcending Limits or something. It's a pretty cool name, I know. I definitely did steal it off someone. And so the third hint could be like MUI, and the fourth hint could be Beast Gohan, or it could go MUI last. So I think those are the three biggest themes that everybody has concluded to through these first two hints. I think the third hint coming out in 5 days is going to be the biggest deal breaker. But before we get into that deal breaker, I wanted to make my own celebration to see if I'm somewhat near accurate to what Dokkan's going to be doing, and see if I could be a part of the Dokkan team if I tried hard enough. So what I've concluded is that I'm going for the movies theme, as I think that's the strongest theme to do. However, doing only a singular movie for the anniversary is not the greatest idea. As we see the cast for Dragon Ball Super Superhero is very minimal amount of characters in it. Like Goku and Vegeta only appear at the start and the end of the movie, which can't really make too much material out of. And then anybody past that is even worse. So there was only really 4 main characters in the Cell Max. So I think we have to combine it with the next and only other Dragon Ball Super movie, which is the Broly movie. And that way you have a little bit higher cast. You get Goku, Vegeta, Broly, Gogeta. Piccolo's already in both of them. And then you get some more extreme units like Frieza. And so I'm going to go with that. And then for anybody wondering, my second bet was Tournament of Power, which I'll get into the reason why. So I've laid out a little template for you to visualize what I think that Part 1, Part 2, EZAs, and free-to-play units they're going to release during the 9th anniversary. One thing that is guaranteed, that we kind of know already, almost guaranteed at least, is that the 2 of the EZAs are going to be the Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta, as well as the MUI Goku, which is a strong case that it could still be Tournament of Power. But I don't think that's the case, because I feel like if you headline with the same units, with the same names maybe, and then you EZA those exact same units' names, it just doesn't make the Part 1s more compelling, or like the headlining units more as compelling, especially if they build up these EZAs quite nicely. So that's why I think they're not going to be doing Tournament of Power. And so for the Part 1, we're going with the Beast Gohan and Blue Gogeta first, with side units Gamma 1 and 2, and Chilai, as well as Limo, without Broly. So this will be both TUR side units here, and then the Beast Gohan Dokkan Fest exclusive LR, as well as the Gogeta Blue Dokkan Fest exclusive. Now, I did want to try to do Extreme and Super, but I wanted to lay the foundation that the theme is basically off Dragon Ball Super Superhero, as well as the Broly movie for the most part. As if we look at the timeline last year, we got 4 EZAs before the Carnival unit. So we got Super Vegito, Super Buu, as well as the LR Spirit Bomb Goku and Kaioken Super Saiyan Blue Goku before the Carnival LRs. And all of these relate to somewhat to the main units, and I didn't want to do Broly versus Gogeta or Cell Max versus Beast Gohan because of the fact that it would leave one of the movies out, and so when I EZA these specific units, it wouldn't make sense, which is what part 2 is going to be showing you. We got the Broly and Cell Max. It does mean that maybe part 2 is not as high, but I think Broly will somewhat carry it at the very least to a minimum amount. Fingers crossed. And I think they are going to be doing Cell Max here. I think they have no problems doing any giant form characters. We've gotten a few already. They've tested out with Harudagon now, and now they've tested out with Dr. Wheeler as well. So I think they should be confident enough to do a giant form character that starts off as massive and their animation wise and whatnot. So I don't think that is going to be an issue. And of course, Broly is like a no-brainer when you bring in a Gogeta Blue somewhere. And so the biggest question is, what are the EZAs? And the EZAs are Broly Trio, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, Tech Ultimate Gohan, as well as Golden Frieza. Unfortunately, there's not many units that need to EZA that are related to the two movies, which is why I felt like Tournament of Power would have been a good pick as well. So here is the list of all the units that haven't EZA'd or have EZA'd, whatever way you want to look at it. All the gray ones have been already EZA'd. This is not updated because Super Saiyan 3 Goku, the androids have already EZA'd. But in this list here, what I see the most of is Majin Buu Saga characters. So you see the Majin Buu Sagas here, Gotenks, the Buu and Evil Buu, as well as the Goku and Vegeta up here. And then second to that is Tournament of Power units, which is the whole line almost here. And obviously, the theme has nothing to do with Majin Buu Saga, so they were out of the question. And that's why Tournament of Power looked very compelling to me at first as the anniversary theme. But the problem was a lot of these units are LRs. I don't think Dokkan's that confident. Dokkan has EZA'd 4 LRs, including the anniversary LRs for the 7th anniversary, but they've never done 3 or 4, which is why I didn't want to do the Tournament of Power. And so I went with the Broly theme. I did exclude LR Broly because I wanted to have Super Saiyan 2 Gohan instead and have Gohan. So this is like the Beast Gohan side. And then we have the Broly movie, which is Broly Chilai. And because like I said before, they weren't really confident with the multiple TORs, I just went with Golden Frieza here, which kind of represents Golden Frieza in the movie. It's either him or the Inter Broly, or they could completely surprise me and they do 3 LRs EZA. I mean, that would be insane. I doubt. So this was like the compromise for the EZAs. If I was to do Tournament of Power, I wouldn't even know what the 4 headlining units would be for part 1 and part 2. But I would have to have Golden Frieza, Kefla, and then one of these 3 LRs in here for sure. Another option that I could have went was Gotenks for Superhero, which could have been a nice option, but he doesn't really fit. I guess he does fit in the Cell Max movie, which would actually be not too bad. So I'd say Golden Frieza or Gotenks. And maybe Gotenks is the stronger pick here, but I wanted some more extreme representatives in my celebration for sure, since we've been getting a lot of super units in 2023. And I think the biggest challenge for me out of all of this was thinking of free-to-play units and what they would be. And this is what I've come up with. Only 3, just like last year. The login character would be the Goku. So it would be... I don't know how they would do the anniversary 9 theme, because last year they did Shenron in a figure 8. I don't even know what they're going to do for 9. But this Goku would be the art style in Superhero, which would be really cool. It doesn't have to be optimal or anything. It just has to do with something with the theme, and that's what I went with. It was either that or Coat Goku, but we've already gotten a Coat Goku, so that was a pass. And then I went with a very interesting pick, which was the Orange Piccolo, as he's not represented in any of the current units right now, so he was like a quick pick. Technically, you could probably put Piccolo in part 2, but I didn't want that. I really wanted Cell Max to have his shine there. And then I have Paragus in here. I think they're going to do something really dumb where they have like a really crappy non-main character like Barbary last time and have it as an LR. So I think Paragus is going to be the LR. And so that's my character predictions. Let me know what you guys are going to be predicting for your 9th anniversary before it is too late. And really cool fact, 9 years ago, the number 9, we got the release of the Dragon Ball Super anime series. So that's pretty cool. So I do think it's got to at least do something with Dragon Ball Super. Fingers crossed it's the movie version that I'm thinking of. Thank you for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you want early access to these YouTube videos as soon as I drop them and not having to wait, you can click the first link in my description to become a member or click on the join button. You can get videos as soon as I upload them, as well as getting some other cool perks on this YouTube channel. But with that said, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Until the next one, peace.